Alright, Americans Bee here. It is Monday the 17th, St. Patrick's Day, and all of these colonies are out flying. It's a little blurry because my phone's terrible. Zoom out a little bit. It's 11:39 and it's about 45 degrees or so, but nice and sunny. And that's the biggest thing is temperature's not as important as that sun. They need that direct sunlight. This is why it's important to face your entrances south. They get the maximum potential of sunlight. They're bringing in a ton of pollen. Fortunately, my phone's kind of broken, so it doesn't like to zoom in, and then gets blurry past one zoom. But every colony I did on my nukes put some sugar syrup on, and most of them are taking a little bit, some more than others. But they're all bringing in pollen. One of my nukes had three or four frames of capped brood. So all these nukes will be sold to people wanting overwintered nukes. So this one here, I took a frame from, I think, one of those two there. I think the one on the right. Took a frame of emerging brood, and I supplemented it with this one. And to add, because they were about a frame of bees, small cluster in the front, probably about a third of a frame worth of brood. They had honey, and it's just some of these, I've noticed some of my genetics, they get real small, and then they do grow, but because I'm going to be selling them, I want them all kind of equalized, so I did some of that. But look at all those. I need to push that entrance reducer back. I actually bought new ones that I'm going to be replacing for all my 10 framers. Yeah, you can see they've taken a little bit of the sugar syrup there. All the brood looked really good. It was really wet. They all looked healthy. And I mainly did it just to give them no reason to cut back. They had pollen patties. Some of them, I believe this one here already burned through their pollen patty. But they had plenty of stored pollen, so I wasn't too worried about that. Man, look at that. That's what I love seeing this time of year. Pure chaos with bees everywhere. In a nice bright yellow pollen. I know pussy willows are blooming. There's a lot of things blooming right now. This is I don't know if it's early or not, but one other thing I wanted to kind of comment on was the frames that I have that were emerging were just starting to emerge. So that means that they would have been. This was on the 14th when I was looking at them a couple days ago. That would have been 3 weeks. So 3 weeks prior to that would have been about the third week of February, which is exactly when my big maple there started blooming. And about a week prior to that, they started bringing in pollen from other trees and sources. And so it's right consistent with that first pollen coming in. Within a few days, that queen starts ramping up and laying eggs when they sense all those resources coming in. So yeah, it's just overflowing with pollen out of that 10 frame there in the middle. I mean, it's just trucking it in. I don't know if you can hear that sound. But they've been kind of cooped up for the last few days because of the cold wind. We had a little Arctic blast come through and had a lot of cold wind. But yes, today they are looking great. Anyways, American's Bee, and if you're somebody who has contacted me already about nukes, the overwintered nukes will be available in about 2 weekends from now. So not this coming weekend, but the next weekend, basically the 29th. And I've already contacted the first two, and that will be basically all these nukes in this yard. And then my other yard, those other people that requested some will be getting a notification from me shortly, but they should be available around the same time, the end of the month, providing they're the same as these as far as their brood status and all that goes. Yeah, look at them. Just look at that. They're like, get us out of here. We've been cooped up for the last 3-4 days. American's Bee.